What if I told you the best cars ever made came from an era when keys weren't electronic and coat hangers could save the day? While today's cars break after warranties expire, these 1290s machines refuse to die. That boring Honda Accord hitting 310,000 miles isn't luck. It's engineering. Watch to see which decade dominated reliability. While modern cars pack thousands of failure points and planned obsolescence, the 1990s produced simple, overbuilt machines that mechanics could actually fix. And rarely needed to. These are the 12 bulletproof legends from automotive's golden decade that prove simple engineering beats complexity every time. Number 12. Mazda Protege. Meet the car that proved you didn't need Toyota money to get Toyota reliability. When Mazda designed the Protege, they focused on delivering solid engineering in an affordable package. Starting around $12,000, this compact sedan delivered practical transportation with surprisingly robust build quality that belied its budget price tag. What made these cars special wasn't flashy technology or groundbreaking features. The magic was in the simplicity. Those naturally aspirated engines weren't setting speed records, but they were designed with one purpose in mind: longevity. Basic maintenance was all these cars asked for, and in return, they'd happily cruise past 200,000 miles without drama or complaint. Owners consistently praised the Protege for its trouble-free operation and minimal maintenance costs. The straightforward design meant fewer components to fail and easier repairs when something did need attention. In an era when other budget cars were disposable, the Protege was built to last. While competitors focused on cramming in features to attract buyers, Mazda built a car that simply worked, day after day, year after year. It wasn't trying to impress anyone. It just refused to let its owners down. Sadly, Mazda eventually shifted toward more stylish designs and premium positioning, leaving the humble, reliable Protege behind as the brand chased higher profits and market share. The automotive world lost a reliability champion in the process. Think the Protege was impressive? Just wait until you see what the Swedes engineered for extreme longevity. Number 11. Volvo 850. What if I told you there's a 90s sedan engineered to hit 400,000 miles with basic maintenance? The Volvo 850 isn't just a car, it's a Swedish tank disguised as a family sedan. When Volvo developed the 850, they applied decades of Swedish durability engineering to create a machine that would survive harsh Scandinavian conditions for decades. This wasn't a car designed for lease periods. It was built for generational ownership. The robust inline-5 engines and overbuilt transmissions weren't just good enough for daily commuting. They were designed to handle sustained Autobahn abuse. This strong Swedish engineering philosophy meant components that laughed at high mileage that would send most competitors to the junkyard. Properly maintained 850s routinely exceed 300,000 miles without major overhauls. The safety-first engineering that protected occupants in accidents also protected mechanical components from premature failure. These cars were built with mechanical sympathy baked into every system. While luxury competitors required expensive specialist care and suffered from electronic gremlins, the 850 delivered Volvo's legendary durability with relatively reasonable maintenance costs. It was European luxury built to last, not just to impress. The 850's demise came as Volvo, like most manufacturers, shifted focus to more profitable SUVs and crossovers, eventually ending production of traditional sedans like the bulletproof 850. The market moved on, but these Swedish bricks are still soldiering on. If you think European engineering is impressive, wait until you see what the Japanese built for actual survival conditions. Number 10. Toyota Land Cruiser. Meet the vehicle that's conquered every continent and refuses to quit, even decades later. The 90s Land Cruiser isn't just an SUV, it's a mechanical cockroach that will outlive human civilization. Built for international markets where reliability meant literal survival, the 90s Land Cruiser was engineered to handle conditions that would destroy ordinary SUVs. Starting around $35,000, it was expensive when new. But that investment bought you a virtually indestructible machine that would outlast anything else on the road. The legendary inline-6 engines found in many markets weren't designed for speed. They were overbuilt for extreme durability in the harshest conditions imaginable. The body-on-frame construction and heavy-duty components meant this SUV could handle punishment that would cripple modern unibody crossovers. Examples with 500,000-plus miles are commonplace in developing countries where parts and service are limited. The military-grade reputation isn't marketing hype. It comes from proven performance in the world's most demanding environments where vehicle failure could be life-threatening. From African safaris to the Australian outback, Land Cruisers from the 90s are still running strong in places where other vehicles have long since failed and been abandoned. They're not just transportation. They're survival tools built to never leave their owners stranded. Unfortunately, tightening fuel economy regulations and the market shift to car-based crossovers made the simple, overbuilt Land Cruiser too expensive and inefficient for most markets. The pure utility and bulletproof reliability had to make way for comfort and efficiency. Think off-road vehicles have to be reliable? Wait until you see what Mazda built that combines sports car thrills with economy car dependability. Number 9. Mazda MX-5 Miata. What if I told you the most reliable sports car ever made cost under $20,000 new? The Mazda MX-5 Miata proves you don't need exotic engineering to create automotive joy that lasts decades. When Mazda created the Miata, they focused on lightweight simplicity over complex performance. The result was a pure sports car that delivered driving joy without the typical sports car reliability nightmares and maintenance bills that usually come with the territory. The naturally aspirated engines weren't about headline-grabbing horsepower. They were designed for durability and throttle response. Simple, well-balanced mechanicals meant fewer failure points and more accessible maintenance for the average owner. No timing chains to break, no turbos to fail, no complex electronics to diagnose. Enthusiasts routinely report 200,000-plus miles with nothing more than regular maintenance. The simple design means that when repairs are eventually needed, they're straightforward and affordable. No specialized tools or dealer-only parts required. While exotic sports cars spend time in repair shops draining their owners' bank accounts, 90s Miatas are still delivering smiles per mile to their original owners. They've become the benchmark for sports car reliability that even premium manufacturers struggle to match. Modern safety regulations and emissions requirements eventually forced Mazda to add complexity that killed the simple purity of the original design. The new models are still excellent, but they lack the mechanical simplicity that made the 90s versions true reliability legends. Sports cars that don't break are rare, but wait until you see the compact car that became a global icon of dependability. Number 8. Toyota Corolla. Meet the car that's running in every country on Earth, and most of them are from the 1990s. The Corolla isn't just a car, it's a global institution of reliability. The 90s Corolla represented Toyota's reliability philosophy perfected to its essence. Starting around $11,000, it offered basic transportation that would run for decades with minimal investment. It wasn't trying to be exciting or revolutionary. It was trying to never, ever break down. The simple, bulletproof engines were designed for global markets where reliability matters infinitely more than performance. Minimal electronics meant fewer things to fail, and basic mechanical systems could be repaired anywhere with rudimentary tools. These were cars designed to run on whatever fuel quality was available and survive maintenance schedules that were more suggestion than requirement. Few vehicles have as many documented cases of extreme longevity. The minimalist reliability focus and abundant parts availability make these cars virtually immortal as long as they don't rust away first. They're the mechanical equivalent of a cockroach, impossible to kill through normal use. From college students to taxi fleets, 90s Corollas are still serving as dependable daily drivers worldwide. They're the automotive equivalent of the reliable friend who never lets you down, no matter what. Market demands for more features and performance eventually forced Toyota to add complexity that compromised the simple reliability formula. Progress marched on, but these automotive survivors remain on roads everywhere as a testament to pure functional design. The Corolla set the reliability standard for compact cars, but wait until you see what Toyota built for serious off-road abuse. Number 7. Toyota 4Runner. What if I told you there's a 90s SUV that's more reliable than most modern cars? The Toyota 4Runner proves that truck-based engineering beats crossover complexity every time. Built on the proven Hilux truck platform, the 90s 4Runner was designed for serious off-road use and abuse. While competitors focused on on-road comfort and convenience features, Toyota built something fundamentally unbreakable that could handle punishment and keep coming back for more. The rugged construction featured fewer frills but stronger components throughout. This truck-based engineering meant it could handle abuse that would cripple car-based SUVs. From the frame to the transfer case to the suspension components, everything was designed with durability as the primary concern. Owners regularly report 300,000+ miles with basic maintenance schedules. The simple, robust design means major mechanical failures are extremely rare, even when the vehicle has been subjected to decades of off-road adventures and heavy-duty use. These weren't vehicles that were babied. They were tools built to work hard. While car-based SUVs are sitting in repair shops with expensive electronic issues, 90s 4Runners are still climbing mountains and hauling boats like they're brand new. The mechanical simplicity means they can be repaired almost anywhere with basic tools and knowledge. Consumer demands for car-like ride quality and fuel economy eventually forced Toyota to soften the 4Runner and abandon some of the simple, bulletproof truck-based design elements that made it so legendarily reliable. The market wanted comfort over capability, and Toyota reluctantly followed. If Toyota's truck-based SUVs impressed you, wait until you see what happened when they applied reliability engineering to luxury. Number 6. Lexus LS400. Meet the car that took on German luxury with Japanese reliability, and won decisively. The Lexus LS400 didn't just match the Europeans, it embarrassed them. When Lexus launched the LS400, they spent 6 years and over $1 billion developing a luxury sedan that would never break down. At $35,000, it cost half of comparable German cars but lasted twice as long. This wasn't just a new car, it was a declaration of war on established luxury brands that had become complacent. The legendary 1YZ V8 engine was so overbuilt it could run for 500,000 miles without major issues. Every component was engineered for luxury car refinement with Toyota-level reliability baked in. The engineering team had a singular focus: create a luxury car that would never leave its owner stranded or facing massive repair bills. It's widely considered one of the most reliable luxury cars ever built, full stop. Owners consistently report trouble-free operation well past 300,000 miles with proper maintenance. These cars weren't just good for their era. They set a standard that modern vehicles struggle to match. While German competitors required expensive specialist maintenance and suffered from electrical gremlins, the LS400 proved luxury didn't have to mean unreliable or costly to maintain. You could have your cake and eat it too. Luxury without the ownership penalty. Modern luxury buyers' demands for the latest technology over proven reliability eventually forced Lexus to add complexity that compromised the original's bulletproof simplicity. The market wanted gizmos more than it wanted longevity, and Lexus reluctantly followed to stay competitive. Luxury that lasts forever is impressive, but wait until you see what Honda built that combined efficiency with indestructibility. Number 5. Honda Civic. What if I told you the most efficient car design ever created came from 1990s Japan? The Honda Civic proved that engineering brilliance doesn't need complexity. The 90s Civic represented Honda's engineering philosophy at its purest: maximum efficiency with minimal complexity. Starting around $10,000, it offered reliable transportation that would outlast cars costing twice as much while using half the fuel. This wasn't just a good car. It was a mechanical masterpiece of simplicity. The small, naturally aspirated engines weren't powerful by today's standards, but they were designed for longevity and fuel efficiency above all else. The simple engineering meant these cars could survive decades of daily abuse with minimal attention. No turbos to blow, no complex electronics to fail, just mechanical perfection. Frequently listed among the most reliable cars of the decade, these Civics established Honda's reputation for bulletproof engineering. The well-designed components allowed them to survive through decades with basic maintenance that even novice owners could perform in their driveways. From high school students to urban commuters, 90s Civics are still delivering efficient, reliable transportation to their second, third, and sometimes fourth owners. They're the automotive equivalent of the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going. Safety regulations and consumer demands for more features eventually forced Honda to add weight and complexity that diluted the original's pure efficiency formula. Progress demanded compromise, and the Civic evolved away from its reliability-first roots. The Civic set the small car standard, but Honda wasn't done yet. Wait until you see what they did with their mid-size family sedan. Number 4. Toyota Camry. Meet the car that proved boring could be brilliant. The Toyota Camry wasn't trying to excite anyone. It was built to never let them down. When Toyota designed the 90s Camry, they focused on creating the perfect family car, reliable, practical, and built to last decades. Startings: around $15,000, it offered German build quality at American prices, creating a value proposition that competitors couldn't match. The solid build quality and strong engineering created a well-deserved reputation for longevity. Simple, proven powertrains meant hundreds of thousands of trouble-free miles for owners who just performed basic maintenance. These weren't cars that required babying or special attention. They were designed to survive neglect and still keep running. Owners consistently report exceptional longevity with basic maintenance schedules. Automotive reviews consistently pointed to long-life performance that set the reliability standard that other manufacturers attempted to match, and most failed to achieve. These weren't just good cars. They became the benchmark. The 90s Camry became the measuring stick against which all other family sedans were judged. While it wasn't exciting or flashy, it delivered on the promises that actually matter to most car buyers: dependability, low operating costs, and freedom from unexpected repairs. Market pressures for sportier styling and more features eventually forced Toyota to complicate the simple formula that made the 90s Camry so reliable. Consumer preferences shifted toward appearance over function, and Toyota reluctantly followed the market trend. The Camry showed Toyota's reliability. Engineering was no fluke, but wait until you see what Honda built to challenge it head-on. Number 3. Honda Accord. What if I told you there's a documented case of a 1990 Accord reaching 310,000 miles with just basic maintenance? This isn't an anomaly. It's what these cars were built to do. The 90s Accord represented Honda's engineering at its absolute peak. Sophisticated enough to compete with luxury cars, simple enough to run forever. Starting around $14,000, it offered premium feel with economy car reliability, a combination that seemed impossible until Honda proved otherwise. The well-engineered engines were designed for longevity rather than maximum power output. The strong reputation for reliability didn't come from marketing. It came from simple, proven engineering that prioritized durability over every other consideration. These weren't cars designed to impress on the showroom floor. They were designed to still be running decades later. The 90s Accord keeps showing up in stories of cars hitting 300,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. That 310,000-mile example isn't unique or special. It's typical of what these cars can achieve with proper care. They weren't just built well. They were overbuilt to a standard that modern vehicles rarely match. While competitors were in repair shops facing expensive fixes, 90s Accords were quietly racking up astronomical mileage for families across America. They weren't automotive status symbols. They were reliable tools that freed their owners from the tyranny of unexpected repairs and maintenance costs. Honda's eventual pursuit of sportier performance and modern features compromised the simple reliability formula that made the 90s generation legendary. Market forces demanded change, and the Accord evolved away from the pure reliability that defined its golden era. Honda's engineering prowess is legendary, but even they bow before the ultimate reliability champion. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, I have something important to tell you. Call to action. If you're enjoying this journey through automotive reliability legends, I need you to hit that subscribe button right now because our number 1 pick is going to blow your mind. It's the undisputed champion of longevity, a car so perfectly engineered that it defies everything we think we know about automotive life expectancy. What's your take on these 90s reliability champions? Do you think modern cars will ever match their legendary longevity? Or has complexity killed durability forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this debate started. Now, are you ready to see automotive engineering perfection? Number 2. Toyota Pickup. Meet the truck that makes the Terminator look fragile by comparison. Toyota's 90s pickup trucks aren't just vehicles, they're immortality machines with beds. When Toyota engineered their pickup trucks in the 90s, they created something that transcended normal automotive lifespans. Starting at around $12,000, these weren't luxury vehicles. They were working tools built with a singular focus on reliability that bordered on overkill. Every component was designed not just to work, but to work forever. The legendary 22R and 22RE engines are often called million-mile motors for good reason. These simple four-cylinder workhorses were built with such generous tolerances and robust components that they could survive abuse that would destroy most modern engines. No fancy turbos, no complex variable valve timing, just bulletproof simplicity that refused to fail. These trucks have earned their reputation by surviving conditions that would kill lesser vehicles. From construction sites to farm work to desert racing, 90s Toyota pickups take punishment that would send other trucks to the junkyard and ask for more. They don't just survive, they thrive on abuse. Around the world, these trucks have become the vehicle of choice in the harshest environments imaginable. From the Australian outback to African savannas to Middle Eastern deserts, if life depends on a vehicle starting every time, chances are it's a 90s Toyota pickup. They've even become the unofficial vehicle of numerous armed conflicts, chosen specifically because they cannot be killed. Modern emissions requirements and consumer demands for creature comforts eventually forced Toyota to evolve away from the pure utility and simplicity that made these trucks legends. Progress marched on, but these unkillable machines remain on roads worldwide as a testament to what automotive engineering can achieve when reliability is the primary goal. You think these trucks are impressive? Our number 1 pick took Toyota's reliability philosophy and distilled it to its purest essence. Number 1. Toyota Corolla. Here's the car that proves the best engineering isn't the most complex, it's the most thoughtful. The 90s Corolla isn't just reliable, it's automotive immortality. When you could still fix a car with basic tools and coat hangers could save the day, Toyota built the perfect transportation appliance. The 90s Corolla wasn't trying to impress anyone with flasher features. It was engineered with a singular purpose: to never, ever break down and leave its owner stranded. Every component was designed with one priority above all others: reliability. The simple engines, proven transmissions, and basic construction prioritized durability over everything else. This wasn't a car built to a price point or to win comparison tests. It was built to outlive its owners. No other vehicle from the decade has more documented cases of extreme longevity. The minimalist reliability focus created a machine that simply refuses to die under normal use. These cars don't just last, they thrive on neglect that would destroy most modern vehicles. 30 years later, 90s Corollas are still running on their original engines and transmissions, proof that simple engineering done right beats complexity every time. They weren't exciting or innovative. They were just perfectly executed transportation tools designed to work flawlessly for decades. In an era when cars were expected to break after 100,000 miles, the Corolla redefined what reliability could mean for the average consumer. It democratized dependability, making it available to anyone who valued function over form. The automotive world's obsession with features, performance, and profit margins eventually killed the simple engineering philosophy that created these immortal machines. We gained connectivity and comfort, but we lost the beautiful simplicity that made these cars so enduring. What classic 90s car do you think deserves more recognition for its reliability? Drop a comment below and let me know which vehicles you want to see covered in our next automotive retrospective. Until next time, remember, sometimes the best cars aren't the newest ones. They're the ones built right the first time.